Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So guys, we're jumping right into this video and I'm showing you what my prayer room / office currently looks like. It is an absolute mess. I have everything stored in this room that I'm going to use in this makeover, and I even have some things stored in this room for other projects, and something has got to be done. So we're starting with a complete makeover of this room and take a good look at the before, because I promise you it will not look like this after. Now I have the room all emptied and I have all of my shelving built. The two shelves in the middle came from my bathroom. They are actually two IKEA Billy bookcases, and the two on the end I ordered from Amazon. So guys, here is the shelving so far, and it turned out really nicely. We finished off the bottom part, added some trim here to make it look, and here to make it look more cohesive. I have a couple of surprises for what I'm gonna do there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that I'll do there. So yeah, so I think that I'm going to clear out all of this stuff. I have this rug here in the corner that I'm going to use in this room. I had it in the dining room and it's just really light, and I think that it will look nice in here. So I'm going to clear all this stuff out and then put the rug down, and then I need to strip my new desk. So yeah, I have a couple of things to do. And there's Louie. So let me clear this up and then put the rug down. So here's the rug. It looks nice. I like the colors in it. I like that it's light. It has a little bit of rust in it and the creams, and it looks, I'm going to let it sit for a while I'm waiting for the other pieces to come in that I'm going to add to the cabinets. And then this stuff is just sitting here for now. Nothing, it's not here to stay. And then also while I strip the desk, and then I'll see how I like the overall look of it. But for now, I think I like it. So guys, here's my desk. I was able to find this on Facebook Marketplace. It looks so close to the desk in my inspiration picture, which you'll see later in the video. But I need to refinish this desk. So I need to take off all of the hardware. I need to strip it down, and I need to get it refinished. So I ended up doing a faux wood paint to it. It was not wood on the top. It ended up being a particle board, and the more I tried to sand, I was afraid I was going to mess the desk up. Couldn't strip it, so I ended up doing this paint finish, but I love how it looks. So guys, I want to keep the hardware as it is, because look, if you look on the other side, look at that pretty brass coloring. I want to keep that. This says 1881. These are from 1881. I guess that's the year. It could be an item number or something. I don't know. But I'm going to soak these in some dishwashing detergent and some vinegar. And hopefully try and let them soak and then get them. I wanted to show you a couple of things. I first wanted to show you how the drawer pulls turned out. They shined up so good. I did end up... the soaking got it all loose, and then I used an SOS pad and then a wire brush and brushed it. And for some reason, I have lost a set of these. I don't know if it was when I was taking it outside to refinish it, that they fell. I've looked everywhere and I can't find them. So I have had to order some more of the bell things so that I can put those on. So that's the only thing. But you guys, look at that. It turned out so pretty. And let you see how it looks with the other furniture. And then on the back, I put these small appliques just to give it some detail and let it be pretty when you are looking into the room. It already had some pretty details here with this, and then the trim around here, but I thought that adding those just made it even more look really pretty. It goes with the room, the chandelier, and then those, and then to the bookcases, I added these larger ones here in the corner and then one in the middle so that they look more Victorian. And it just all looks so good. So what I need to do, I'm going to change out the curtains. I'm going to start styling the shelves. You guys, I'm going to show you everything that I have for the shelves in just a second. And then also put the chair together. So guys, I will just go around the room. I've laid out everything that I have to decorate the shelves. And I've got a good little collection of things. There's that side of the room. And then there is, not the trash bags, there is this side of the room as well. And so I've made up my mind that I will style these shelves. And I have other stuff that's sitting out in the family room and also in the foyer. And anything that I don't use, I'm either going to, I've already gone through this stuff, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to either store it away or I'm going to donate it. So I don't want there to be clutter. And this is a lot of stuff, but we have quite a few shelves to fill. And I don't want them to be, I'm also going to style up there. I don't want it to be cluttered. So we're just going to use what we can. And then, like I said, what we don't use, I'm going to either donate it or I'm going to store it away. So with that, let's start styling these shelves.
Call back. Do you ever pick up on that phone? Stop pretending I don't know you're home. I guess not. Do you ever respond? Explain it all again and again.
So guys, when I'm styling my shelves, I try to work diagonally so that one shelf will mimic the shelf diagonal from it. So if I have whites and tans in one, then the one diagonal to it, I want to actually do a flipped or mirrored image to it with those same colors. Not the same items, but the same colors to keep the shelves symmetrical. So if I have blacks and golds on one shelf, then the shelf next to it, I'm going to do blacks and golds, but in opposite directions. So just keep watching and you'll get to see an overview of the shelves in the end.
Stop crying over things I can't take back, not yet. Do I ever forget? Erase your pretty face inside my head. Wishing you the best of life instead, well not yet. Baby, no, I don't wanna go. You know how much I hate sleeping alone. I can never make.
So the rest of the shelves, I just went ahead and dressed them, styled them. But let you get a look at how everything is looking. The camera just doesn't do it any justice. It really looks really good. I just want to give you guys an overview of how things are looking. So just have some cleanup to do. So now I'm going to put the chair together. I've got to clean up stuff. This is items that I didn't use, not to say that I want at a later date. This I'm going to DIY. It's going to be really quick. I just need to put some quick read in there so that I can have the tree in that pot. I'm contemplating putting another one in that corner. I'm not really sure. And then I've got to clean up all this stuff right here. But we're getting there. So for the arched window, I have these gold grommets there that I just usually loop the sheer around. And I thought this would be perfect for that. So I'm going to do that.
No one loves me like I love myself.
And now that the shears are up, I'm going to work on putting together this chair. This chair is absolutely stunning, you guys. I can't wait for you to see it. Guys, I love the chair. It is stunning. Let me look at this. The chair is stunning. Stunning. The material is, it's high quality. I love the tufting. That's why I chose it. It is absolutely gorgeous. But what I don't like are the color of these legs. They don't fit this room in any way, shape, or form. They just don't. So I am going to have to, I'm gonna have to stain these or give them the same paint technique as this table or something. I'm gonna figure it out. The nail heads are black, so I could just call it one and done and paint them black, which wouldn't look bad in here at all. But I do know they cannot stay like this. So I'll be back when I have fixed these legs. Hey guys, so I got the legs done and now I'll just let them dry really good and then I'll put them on. So, I went with the finish. I used the same that I used with the table. It's showing up a little bit different because that wood was so yellow underneath there, but it's okay. It looks better than this, looks better than that. So now that the legs are done, I can finish putting this chair together, and it turns out absolutely gorgeous, a perfect match to this room, my inspiration picture, and to the color of the desk. Hi guys, it's a new day and this video is about at the point where I'm going to wrap it up. I did Scotch Guard the chair last night. The gold knobs came in. I don't know if I've already shown you guys that. They came in and I put them on all of the cabinets. It looks so good. You'll see it in the final reveal or the final overview of the room. I ordered this hat stand. You could use it for anything. I mean, if you bought it and put it in your foyer and used it to hang your kids' book bags or in a mud room for their book bags, things like that, you could, but I ordered it from Amazon and they have different colors. I went with the black one because it's actually, I'm going to tuck it over here on the wall, the accent wall, and I just wanted it black so it could just kind of blend in and not really like stand out too much. But I want to display some of my mom's hats that I have from her that I just want to keep for keepsake. So I'm going to put her hats on these, and I just thought this would be just a nice way to remember her. And then I also, you guys, ordered this beautiful pillow cover. It pulls in all the colors in here, but it has the green, and it has those pretty birds, those tan and brown flowers, and then these gold tassels on the ends. The cat. But I bought it to just put in the chair. So I'm gonna put a pillow form in it and put my mom's hats up. So let's get that done. So here's the hat stand. I did have to tweak it just a little bit, but I love that my mom's hats are just tucked away in that little pillow. Is gorgeous. It matches the chair perfectly, you guys. It is just the most gorgeous pillow. So you guys, after that pillow, I got the itch to try and order a different rug. I think this green rug would look beautiful in here. I love the light colored one, but I want to try this green one. Hey guys, so this is how it looks, and I think I like it. It made the room feel even warmer. And it pulled the green and the browns from the shelves down to the floor, and it just looks really good. And I also found this really pretty green and white toile scalloped lampshade, and it just looks really pretty. But I love the green from this pillow and the golds, and then the same colors in this rug. So I'm gonna live with it for a little bit and then see if I really like it. So now I just need to style my desk, and I'm gonna style it like the inspiration picture. So let's get started with that. Inspiration picture, there are some books in this corner of the desk. There is a white or cream colored one, and then a linen one on the top. So I'm gonna come in with these two books. I have this one, The Art of Home, and then this is actually a linen faux book box that you can hide things in, but I'm gonna sit it here on top of there to give me that look. On top of the books, there is a glass vase with some eucalyptus stems in it. I found this really pretty one at Walmart, and so I'm going to use it. And I always say putting water in your vase makes your stems look more realistic. So there I have my eucalyptus stems with my book, and this little bird is not in the picture, but I thought I would add that little gold bird because it just looks nice with that whole setup. So let's move on to the next. So if you look at the inspiration picture in front of these books, there is a circular little like dish or something, and I actually found this one. It's a gold little trinket box, and I thought that it would look really pretty sitting there in front of those books. In the center of the desk, there's just an open book, and I'm going with one that I'm actually reading, and it is this book, Magnolia Story by Chip and Joanna Gaines. So I thought this would be really pretty if I sat it there in the center of the desk. This side of the desk, I can't really see really well from my inspiration picture, but what I do see is that there is a white vessel or bowl or dish or something. So I am going to come in with this scalloped dish, and I'm going to sit it right here, and I have some wooden beads that are just cascading out of it, so I thought that would look really nice. And I'm being careful to leave space on my desk for when I am sitting here and working. I can easily move that book and be able to have my workspace. So I'm sitting this here in this corner. I also want to have a desk lamp, and so I found this pretty touch lamp here at Marshall's, and so I'm going to put it there. I love it because it has the linen lampshade that matches the chair perfectly. So I'm going to sit that there, slide it over just a little bit. I love it because you just touch it and the light changes 3 different temperatures of the light. And then I also have this little gold tray that I thought would be pretty sitting next to it, just to bring in some gold, more gold on this side, pulling from this little bird over here, and then some of the other gold pieces that are in the shelf. And then I found this really cute little clock, and I got this clock from Ross, and I paid $7.99, $8 for this little clock. So I still have to put a battery in it, but I thought it would look really pretty sitting right there. And then last but not least, I want to bring in some black because I have black on the shelves, and I just want to bring in a touch of black. So I have my little sketchbook for when I'm feeling inspirational. I do like to sketch sometimes. And then I'm going to top it with this green little dish here. And that pulls in the green from the rug, as well as from the pillows, and also from the eucalyptus that is on this side of the desk. And so this is my desk, how it is styled. So you can see it all, how it looks. And it looks really pretty. And the carpet, I really am liking the carpet. Hi guys, so The room is complete and I am beyond satisfied with how it turned out. I absolutely love it. You know, with having the big project of the bathroom, I knew that this room was next on my list. I knew that it was going to be a lot of work, but not the same intensity as the bathroom. With the bathroom, there was building an arch, there was building the frame for the mirror, there was painting the entire bathroom. And I knew that this room, I wasn't going to have to do any painting, thank God, for this room, or having to do any type of strenuous work, but I knew that it was going to be a lot of work to do, because you guys saw this room at the beginning of the video. It was an absolute mess because I stored everything for other projects in this room. This is my prayer room. This is where I come to pray and have my time with God. I do come in here and use this room as an office whenever I have some work that I need to do, or whenever I'm studying, you know, my word and preparing for a lesson or something. And so I just needed my space back. I needed my quiet space, my space where I could, and this is God's room, so it needed to be in order again. And I will still store, you know, bring things in here that I'm doing for other projects, but I will never let it be like it was before. But anyway, I'm really happy with how this room turned out. And I want to give you an overview of the entire room, the little details, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about this room and how it came together, and some key elements that were really important to me in getting this room together. The first thing I want to share with you is the fact that you can do a complete makeover without it having to be, first of all, strenuously a whole lot of work. You have to put work in, but without it having to be a whole lot of work, you can completely revamp and rechange the look of a room by making some small changes. I always start with a vision board. I always start with a vision. You guys saw my inspirational picture, and that's what it started with. It started with the way that looked, and it looked serene, it looked fresh, it looked bright, it looked beautiful, and that's what I wanted for this room, down to the fact that I wanted to find a desk that was similar to the desk in my inspiration picture, and that was this desk that I found. And I was able to find this desk on Facebook Marketplace at a really, really good price, and then I was able to bring it home and to completely refinish and remake it to be what I wanted it to be. Adding the medallions in each one of the corners of this desk, painting it the right shade that I wanted it to be so that it wouldn't clash with the other wood tones that are in the room. All of those things were important. And so starting with the desk and then centering the rest of the room around it. The next thing that was important to me for this room was also having the shelving behind the desk. I wanted it to look as much like a built-in as possible. If these were true built-ins, they would probably go up a little higher to the ceiling and maybe have some molding. But there again, I wasn't up to that much work for the room. I wanted the look without having to do that much work. So I already had these two shelves. They were from IKEA shelves, just the Billy Book shelves, and then I ordered the shelves on the end from Walmart, and they were absolutely beautiful, and I felt like I could marry the 4 shelves together to give me the unit that I wanted. I knew I wanted some open shelving, but I also knew that I wanted the glass shelf, the glass doors, to be able to enclose some of the pieces that were really important, treasurable trinkets to me, and so I was able to do that. And then my husband and I added this trim to the sides and to the middle to marry these 2 pieces together. And if I'm being honest with you, these 2 shelves that are on the end are not actually attached. They're just slid over close enough with that piece of trim there. And then again, I added the medallions to it to just also give it more of a look and pull in the look of the desk and make this room look a little bit more Victorian, especially, and girly, especially since we have the chandelier here. And I think that I achieved the look that I was going for. It was really, really important to me to make sure that the shelves looked uniform and they looked very aesthetically pleasing but not crowded. And so I chose pieces that had pretty much the same color schemes in them. I stuck with my neutral tones. You guys know I'm a neutral girl, and I stuck with the creams, the browns, the tans, black, and then I also added in those pops of green with the greenery that's in it. But there are other pieces that are in there, like my church people that sit on the bench on that shelf. Their clothing is like a burgundy-ish kind of tone, kind of a moody tone, but it fits the room. And because all the other pieces, I like for my shelves to be symmetrical, and so I always work in a diagonal fashion when I'm styling my shelves. Whatever is on this shelf, I'm gonna mimic it on the shelf next to it. So if I have something white in this corner, then I want something white in this corner here. And if I have something brown here, then I need for something brown or wood toned or whatever. And I think the shelves came together beautifully with pieces that are just really, really very sentimental to me. Pieces that I inherited from my mother, and some pieces that I had of my own. And I love a mix of old traditional pieces with newer pieces. So I have some older pieces that I've collected from my mom's collection, but then I also have interjected some more modern and newer pieces in with the shelving as well. And I'll tell you, the shelving came together beautifully. It just makes the room just look so beautiful. Another thing that I did to help pull this room together and pull the shelving into the room was to change out the knobs on the cabinets. And by adding this brushed gold to it, it just pulled in the gold pieces that are actually inside the cabinets. It pulled in the gold frames that I have in the room. It pulled in the gold pieces that I have on the desk, even the gold knobs that are on the doors that lead into this room. And it warmed it up quite a bit. The knobs that were on here before, and even the knobs that came with these shelves, were black, and I felt like that was just too stark. Even though I have black pieces in the room, I didn't want the pulls to be black. And so adding that touch of gold just really softened it all out and gave it a rich tone while doing it. And so I love the way that I did that. Also did that with refurbishing the hardware that was on this desk, just cleaning it up a bit and then reusing it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful brass color. And that color, even though you don't see the knobs on the desk when you enter the room, they are there, and they go so well with the knobs that I changed out. Not only in this shelving, but also the cabinet, the larger IKEA cabinet that I have on this side of the room. I changed the knobs out on it as well so that all of the knobs match the room. And the one thing that really set the tone for this room was this pillow. Who knew that this pillow would have so much impact on this room? You guys saw that I had the other rug down before, and it was beautiful. It was light, it was beautiful. But as soon as I saw this pillow, I knew that I needed to add that touch of green. Green is my favorite color. Anybody who knows me knows that. Green is my favorite color, and so I was able to just really have a vision for green, but I could see it. Green's my favorite color, but I don't wear a lot of green clothing or green vehicles, or have a lot of green, like, you know, furniture pieces or rugs or anything in my home. This is the first green rug that I have, and it just brought this room. I wish on camera just doesn't know justice. I wish you could see it in person to actually see how it makes this room look so rich and so calm and so warm. And it pulls the greenery from the shelves, and it just mixes all the colors of this room in together. And so this pillow and the rug, piece de la resistance. Absolutely love, love, love that I did that. Even with this green glass jar that I have on the desk, it's just such a beautiful accent, and I love it so much. Love it so much. And now switching so you can see this side of the room. It was also important for me. This was a wooden round mirror in the beginning, and to just tie this room in. And I actually did this before I did any of the rest of the room. I brought in this gold mirror, and this mirror was a white mirror, and I painted it gold, and it had been gold for a while, and I thought it's the perfect look for this room. So I brought in that gold mirror, added it to the black accent wall, and then I had these brass and gold candlesticks that I also added on top of the fireplace. The only thing I have left to do is I'm gonna put some rubbing gold on these black knobs just to give them that gold look as well, that old gold look. to them, but I brought those in as well, and then of course added some lighter pieces to it, and it turned out beautifully. Also, a piece that was just a find that was amazing. I was at Home Goods over the weekend, and I walked in and I saw this beautiful green, and I said it was white earlier, but it's like a linen. So this green and linen lampshade, the green was like a toile, and I wanted something green, but I needed for it to be like a subtle green so that it didn't compete with the carpet or the pillow that's in the chair, because the pillow is really my accent piece with this rug. But I just thought it would be really pretty if I had the lampshade, and I found this one for $19.99, $20 for this, and it's scalloped at the bottom, and you guys know that scallops are so in right now, and so this lampshade is a piece that will last. It's timeless. It's absolutely beautiful. Added it to the lamp that I had, and it is just gorgeous. It's stunning. I'm really, really happy with the lamp that I chose. And then last but not least was all of the photos that I had. You guys, I had photos and artwork on this wall. I had some on this wall, and I just really wanted the room to stay nice and uncluttered looking and just crisp and clean, especially when you look into the room. A lot of people don't put up family photos, but I do. Family photos, artwork, I'm all for it, and I love it. And so I had to take down my collection and then pray and ask the Lord to show me what to do with it. And I'm telling you, He came up with just, to me, it might not be to you, but to me, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful accent to this room, an idea that the Lord gave me, and that was to make this beautiful just photo gallery wall. The whole wall is just full of photos that are so important to me, artwork pieces that are so important to me, and I love it because it's on this wall so you don't see it all, and it doesn't make the room look busy when you are looking into the room. But when I'm sitting at my desk, or even when I'm standing where I'm standing, I'm able to look up at this wall. And when I tell you guys, it just warms my heart. Like, it feels like a gallery. It just, I don't know, just the feeling that I get when I look up at this wall, and it was just the perfect solution for all my photos. What I did to make this wall really flow with this room and not seem like too busy was I stuck with white frames or gold frames or wooden frames, all colors that are in this room. And I have the one black frame with my painted portrait of Jesus in it, and it's in the center. But all of the other photos I changed out to white frames, or I left them, they're in a gold frame, or they are in the brown wooden frame. I think I only have one brown wooden frame, and that's the picture of my grandmother. But it makes it all, because you see the photos, but you don't see all these different color frames sticking out. You see mostly just the white with accents of gold, and then the one wooden frame, and then the black frame. And I just think it came out so beautifully. And so, yeah, guys, this is the room, and I hope you like it. So guys, that's it for this video. You can see it's getting dark. This is a long video. I don't think I've ever done one that's quite this long. And if you've made it to the end, just drop in the comment box and say, I made it to the end. And give me a heart. So you guys, that's it for this video. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.